What is up, guys? Pete Coolis here. Today's video is going to be all about product research and, more importantly, what I do now as opposed to what I did in 2018 and 2017, kind of how the landscape has changed. I'm going to be showing you exactly how the adaptations have taken place. I am a little bit sick, so forgive me if I sound stuffed up or I'm a bit slow or anything like that. So regardless, the video must go on, so we're going to get into that content right now. So as you guys know, if you've been following me or subscribed to my channel for any length of time, you know that most of my videos are pretty specific and very tactical, not really generalized information, because I feel like there's already so many of those videos on YouTube. And my videos are more niche, kind of more tactical. Still, in amongst all of those videos that I pump out for you guys, most in particular that launch video that I did, that case study that I did a few days ago that everyone seems to really like. If you haven't checked that out, then I highly suggest you do. I show you exactly how we took a brand new product inside of a brand new seller account and achieved 30 page one rankings for it in a matter of about 21 days. So getting back to my point, in and amongst all of the advanced videos that I do, the one recurring theme and question that I get most from you guys is product selection, and I understand why. You know, most of you get hung up on selecting the right product, and so I hope to demystify and help you out tremendously in this video. So it's a bit of a longer video, so make sure you watch all the way through. I'll try to remember to put some timestamps on the bottom if you want to skip around and do your thing, but let's go ahead and get into it right now. Alright, so this obviously comes as no surprise to anybody who's been following me. We're going to be referring to Helium 10 throughout most of this video, and because this is the tool that I pretty much use for everything Amazon related, whether it be keyword research, making listings, blah blah blah, right? Product research. Helium 10 is my go-to tool, so if you don't have Helium 10, there'll be a link in my description, but regardless, you'll be able to follow along this video with no problem and, you know, learn a lot of cool stuff. All right, so before we dive into Helium 10, guys, I just want to give you a quick sort of preface for what we're going to do. So what I used to do, and what I still do, right? What I used to do, though, is select highly competitive products. And the reasoning behind this was because, you know, the more competition means the more money if you are indeed a better, more skilled seller than the rest of your competition. Now, I still do select highly competitive products, but not as highly competitive. There's a little more of a sweet spot now that I go for that I'm going to be explaining in this video, because the super competitive products right now in 2019 are just a little bit too hard to go after. Even if you're the most advanced seller out there, you're going to be spending a ton of money on giveaways and ranking and marketing and all that stuff to really make it worth your time. Because after all, guys, we're in this business to make profit. We're in this business to make money, and if we can't get positively cash flowing within a matter of 60, 90 days, well, then I'm going to stray away from that product. So what happened, right? Well, it became harder to rank on Amazon, as simple as that. Across the board, it has become harder to rank, especially for higher competition products. And, ranking also takes longer than it used to, as evidenced by my case study video that I did a week or two ago, where I showed you how we achieved 30 page one rankings for a brand new product, but it took about 21 days. So that is a new phenomenon, that has only been going on for the last, I would say, 6 months or so. Launches used to be able to get your desired result within 7 to 14 days. But now things take a little longer most of the time. And another reason why I don't go after the most competitive products is the fact that reviews are harder to obtain now. Customers can't leave reviews when they buy your product with a coupon. It has to be a full price purchase. I mean, there are some that slip through the cracks, don't get me wrong, who buy with a coupon and are able to leave a review, but you won't have the verified purchase label, and you don't want to rely on that because it's highly unlikely that they will be able to do it. So reviews are harder to obtain, which means it's going to be harder for you to catch up to your competition, in a short period of time. Like in the past, guys, we used to be able to just knock out 500 coupons and get 500 reviews. You could literally get 100 reviews in a day, but you can't do that anymore unless you're doing full price sales, which I also teach in my launch case study video. What I used to do and what has happened to change my approach. Again, this isn't a radical change in my approach, just a little bit of a tweak, a little bit of an iteration on what has already worked for me really well in the past. And, I would say every 6 months or so, Amazon will throw one of these curveballs at us where we have to adapt and change, because this is a living and breathing organism, the Amazon platform is, and we have to stay on top of the ball at all times, okay? All right, so step number one, guys, is I'm in Helium 10 and we go to the black box tool. This is the Amazon product research tool within Helium 10. And there are a million keyword research tools, or not keyword, product research tools out there. You got Jungle Scout, Viral Launch, Helium 10. Those are probably the main three. I know I'm going to get questions in the comments, what do you like better? Well, I'm a Helium 10 guy, always have, always will, most likely. I think Helium 10 is the most accurate. I also think that having all these tools housed under one roof is extremely beneficial because I am a simple person. I don't want things scattered everywhere. I like to have everything organized and in one place. So that's another reason why I use Helium 10. The marketplace, right? We're going to keep this on Amazon.com. Okay. And what you want to do, guys, I've already pre-filled a little bit of this, but you just want to pick one category. Okay. Pick one category. For today's purposes, we're going sports and outdoors. Monthly revenue. Okay. What do we want our average monthly revenue of the products to be that we select here? And I said at least 5,000 and a maximum of 27,000. Now, there's really no rhyme or reason behind these numbers. I urge you to really change it up and be random with it, because the majority of people who do this kind of stuff, guys, are going to go with whole numbers. They're going to go 5 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. I urge you to just pick random stuff like, 3,500, 2,500 to 27,000. Just be different. You have a higher chance of uncovering something that isn't already just completely saturated. Just a little tip there. Price, 15 to 65, okay? I usually don't like to sell any product on Amazon for under $15 because with the way it works with the fulfillment fees and everything like that, it's just not worth your time as from a profit margin standpoint. So we go at least 15 all the way up to 65. Review count. I am going no minimum and a maximum of 1,000. I don't want products that have way more than 1,000 reviews because that's going to be in that super competitive range. So we're going to go with that. Review rating, I'm just going to leave that blank. Standard or shipping size tier, I will go with standard. And on the advanced filters right here, okay, we click that. Advanced filters, I leave these the same. Fulfillment, I go FBA because we want products that are exclusively or at least 90% or so FBA. We don't want to compete head-to-head with Amazon, or we don't want to compete head-to-head with a major brand. So we go FBA, and the only other thing that I tweak is the bestsellers rank, and we're going to go 3,000 to 30,000. So 3,000 is obviously better than 30,000. The lower the bestseller rank, the better. And I leave it at that, guys. And if you actually know your product, well, then you can obviously type in a keyword phrase. But this is for experimental purposes only. We don't know what product we want to source. We're trying to get ideas. We're trying to jot them down on a list to see if we can pick a winner. So we have our information entered here. We're going to go ahead and hit this little search button. It's covered up by my camera, but there is a blue search button on the bottom right of the screen here. Search. And we're going to let Helium 10 do its thing for a second. All right, guys. So we have our results, and now there is one more step to do. We want to organize this from monthly revenue high to low. So we click that, and we have it right here. So these are all in descending order from highest revenue to lowest. So that's just how I like to look at it. I find it easier and more streamlined. So now we're just going to go down the list and pick out anything that looks interesting to us. I would definitely stray away from anything having to do with clothing. Let's see here, a leather dip belt. Well, I'm a gym guy. I like dip belts. That might be a good little candidate. I'm just going to click that and hold that off to the side here. Okay, more clothes. Rollerblades, I'll stay away from that. That sounds like a liability and a half, right? Oh, this is interesting. A telescopic fishing rod, retractable fishing rod. Might be interesting, right? We'll check it out. All right, we got a snorkel mask here. Let's check that out. Let's just go ahead and click that. See what we're working with that product. Here's another lifting belt. Different style. It's not a dip belt. It's just a lifting belt that you put around your waist. This guy's doing $26,000 a month. 3,000 BSR. He makes 895 sales. He's crushing it. 285 reviews at 4.7 stars. I'm interested. Self-inflating camping sleeping pad. This is really in the real world, guys, how fast I go and how easy it is to uncover these opportunities, right? Rechargeable hand warmer. That sounds interesting. Probably very seasonal in terms of, it peaking during the winter months and not really being a factor during the summer, but who cares? Let's write it down. Let's research it. Now I'm going to go ahead and stop there, guys. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potential products that I uncovered in literally 2 minutes. And look, this is only for the sports and outdoors category, and this is only for this range right here of 2,500 to 27,000. So there are literally millions of other scenarios that you can enter into this little, calculator here, with your settings and get different results down below. So, literally, guys, there is unlimited product opportunities on Amazon. That's why whenever I hear the excuse, oh, all the good products are taken, that is just simply not true at all. So, there are more products than I know what to do with, right? If you talk to any experienced Amazon seller out there, they're going to tell you that there's too many good products. Like, I wish I had more capital to invest in all of them, right? That's going to be their response, because it's true. So we have our rough draft, I would say, like our rough estimate of product ideas. Now, what I do in my next step is very easy and very simple, and we're going to be utilizing the Helium 10 X-Ray Chrome extension as well as the Profitability Calculator. So stay tuned for that real quick, guys. All right, so we're on our first one here, this rechargeable hand warmer. So this is as easy and as fast as I go in the real world. So what I do is I am on the product page of what we're interested in, this product, and I will come up here to the Helium 10 Chrome extension and hit the Profitability Calculator, okay? So now we're just gonna get a rough estimate on, is this product profitable? Can we make money? What I like to shoot for is at least a 30% margin, and preferably in the up to 40. Here's what we have, right? Helium 10 already pulls all the information from this listing: the dimensions, the weight, the price, the unit manufacturing cost. They estimate that. What I would do if I were you is go to Alibaba, search for this product, and sort of make an average of what you see them costing per unit. Put that in right here of unit manufacturing cost. Estimated freight cost, we're going to keep that at 200 because that is the standard sort of default of what a freight shipment costs. If you literally have already, talked to a supplier and they've given you a shipping quote, then obviously, do the math and enter that in here. But if you haven't done anything, this will give you an accurate reading. If you have no idea what your shipping is going to be, you can still factor it in and come to a conclusion for your profit. FBA fees and other costs, you can put in whatever random cost here. Maybe you experience custom fees for your product. Maybe you have inspections that you do in China, like product warehouse inspections. You can throw in anything else there that you would like. And we're left with a net of $16 about per unit. And the reason this fluctuates is because it takes into account the October through December peak months of the year, in which you make a very slightly less profit on your products because of the storage and whatnot. Here is the actual margin. The margin is 54%, which is crazy good. And your ROI is literally 266%, which is also crazy good. Now that, keep in mind, that is all based on this $29.99 price point. So if we were to change this, if we know that we're going to sell the same product, and we determine that the best way for us to compete and fit into this marketplace is to go cheaper, well, then just put in like $24.99 if you know what you're going to price your product at. And see how these numbers change. We're still making almost $12 per unit profit. We're still making 47% margin. We're still making almost 200% ROI. So even at $24.99, guys, this product has a great margin built into it. So this is extremely interesting to me. I'm definitely going to sort of mark this down and save it for later. There's still one more step in determining whether I'm going to actually proceed with contacting suppliers for this product. There's still one more step that I want to look at, and that is how many of them are selling well. Okay, I want some depth. I need to see some depth. Therefore, we are going to go to the one last step in our product research formula. All right, guys, so we've determined this product as a good opportunity. We've ran the numbers. There's a ton of profit margin built into this product, even if you were to sell it for a lot cheaper than $29.99. Now, there was one last thing to do. And this last step, I want proof that there's a lot of these products selling, not just this one product, okay? We've only researched this one guy, Big Blue. I want to know that there's many other of these similar products that are selling well. So what we're going to do is take this rechargeable hand warmers right here, copy that, paste it up here, and we're going to search. And what we're going to do now is come up here to the Helium 10 Chrome extension once again, and we're going to go to the XRay Tool now, okay? Let this do its thing for a minute. All right, guys, so Helium 10 is done loading up. What I do now is sort by revenue once again from high to low. So wow, there is a lot of depth with this product. Look at that. The top selling guy is doing $100,000 a month. These are two separate ASINs of his, two colors it looks like or something, or maybe different models. This next brand is doing $79. 52, 26. There's a lot of depth going on here, guys. A lot of depth of sale, which is pretty crazy. This product is really interesting. What do I look at next? Okay, we have the depth figured out. The reviews are interesting to look at. You know, the number one selling guy only has a 4-star review rating, which is not bad, mind you, but it's not like it's 5. It's not like all these top guys have 5 and like you wouldn't be able to compete with those or anything. Like there's room for you there. What I then look at very, very carefully is right here. We want as many of these to say FBA as humanly possible, because that means we're competing against other FBA sellers and not, most likely, not huge brands and clearly not Amazon themselves, and that's the worst case scenario. You know, if it says AMZ, then that's not a good sign. You don't want to compete head to head with Amazon and or a big brand that is ships and sold from Amazon. Hope that makes sense. So we want to look for the FBA, as many FBAs as possible, and this product checks that box as well. And the next useful thing to look at, and this ties back into our previous step of figuring out the numbers and the profit. I like this a lot, okay? I like the average price being at $26.10. That's really good for me. We determined even at $24.99 we can make a 47% margin on this product, which is really good, especially for your very first product and very first order. Hard to really do much better than that, if I'm being honest. I don't really look at this success score too much. I don't really think it means a whole lot. Don't really carry much weight. Doesn't really carry much weight with me. I think it's pretty insignificant. But, you know, average reviews, 211. That's definitely under 1,000. You know, 211 we can deal with, right? 211 is not a ton. We can definitely compete with that. The average revenue for these top 20 or whatever we see is $31,000 a month. I love to see that. And, you know, that's crazy, guys. This product is a great opportunity. We just literally, you know, we're like a sniper. We discovered every single thing about this product. Now, the only thing left to do would be to go to Alibaba or any other, I use Alibaba most of the time, contact some suppliers and start getting some things going, right? Get your prices dialed in, see how much you can get the units for. And we just literally uncovered a great product opportunity. If one of you guys sources this product and has success with it, let me know, okay? But, you know, that's really how fast I operate in the real world. I only focus on, you know, a few of the factors that matter. Another thing I would point out is you want to pay attention to the brands here. You don't want to see huge brands. And you don't want to see, you know, only 1 or 2 brands that are dominating. You want a wide diversity of brands. And it looks like, you know, this has a decent diversity of brands. There's a few that are dominating, of course, but it doesn't look egregious to me in terms of one person dominating. And you can always just cross-check it by, like, copy and pasting this name, going to Google, and just doing a quick search, see what comes up, see if they're a big brand, a well-known brand. It's that easy, really, guys. So yeah, I hope this video is really informative, guys. I mean, this is literally as fast as I go in the real world. It should be bang, bang. It should be no emotion involved. There should be very little just uncertainty involved in this process. This is a very numbers and math-driven business. Like, I don't care what product it is that I sell. This is purely a numbers business. If you can make a product really profitable, if you can have positive cash flow in a short period of time, if you can do all those things, that is what you're going after, right? That's going to be your fastest path to success. Now, if you want to get really analytical, you could actually click on all these individual ASINs and see what their listings look like, see if they have really well optimized listings. That could be another great indication of the ease that it would be for you to enter that market. If these listings are average, if the images aren't very good, the copywriting's not very good, the bullets aren't very optimized, you know, bad descriptions, all that kind of stuff, then that's another great indication that you could enter this market and really differentiate yourself. So that's that, guys. Hope this video was extremely informative. I covered a lot in a short period of because I want to just make things simple for you and straightforward. There's a lot of noise on the internet and on YouTube especially, and it doesn't have to be that way. Things are simple. Simplicity is a good thing. So there will be links to Helium 10 in my description if you are interested in this tool. Of course, I have a 50% off your first month or a 10% off for life, so you guys can make whatever decision is necessary for you. And I will be seeing you on the next video, so have a great day. My name is Pete Koulis, and see you later.